Hello, hello, hello. Record Store Day 2024. That's it. That's what we were doing. I was trying to remember. Every year we have this thing called Record Store Day where the record industry takes advantage of us gullible people and make us buy records we've already owned in different formats. Sometimes different coloured vinyl, sometimes picture discs, sometimes they do actually release things that have not been available before. Anyway, this year, 2024, I bought some things and we're doing a show and tell. We're going to do a show and tell so you can live vicariously through me. I didn't queue up. I'm not gonna look, nobody wants to stand with a load of other people. No. Nobody wants to go out there and be around other people with all their germs and smells and coughs and voices. I ain't got time for that. So I wait for a week later for any dregs of Record Store Day, and I hit the internet at 8 p.m. when they release them, and if I'm lucky, I get the things I want. I got the things I want. So we're going to do a show and tell, and I've actually listened to all of these, so I can actually review them as we go, which is pretty, well, it's all right, isn't it? It's all right. It's all right. First one up, it is the Roches, their debut album. And again, it says this is a 45th anniversary edition. And again, I was surprised to see this. And it comes with it in a bag with the lyrics. Are you ready? And it's on red vinyl. Look at that. Ain't that lovely? I was surprised. Yeah, I was really surprised to see this in Record Store Day because, yeah, it's a bit of an obscure record. I don't think the Roches are particularly popular over here, so I was gobsmacked. It was a bit hard to get hold of that one. And in the UK, they were selling it for stupid amounts of money, 45 quid and above. And I went, no way, Jose. But I managed to find a copy for just under £30 from, I think it was the Netherlands. There was a place, and I got it imported from there, and it didn't cost me any extra. Quite reasonable. imusic.co.uk, I think it was. I think it was that. And I used them, and I listened to it, and it sounds really, really good. Now I've got a pressing of it. I own this 3 times. I've got the CD. It's on the shelf somewhere. I've got the original Warner Brothers vinyl from the time, and I've got this one. And this one sounds really good. It sounds really nice. In fact, it sounds really good. It sounds better than my original pressing, which again it's old. It's old, but I have a great fondness for this album. It takes me back to my 30th birthday and being in Los Angeles. And again, this album was very hard to get. I don't think we had it in the UK, so I bought it when I was out there. I bought that and the third album, and it was my soundtrack to my birthday, to my 30th birthday. And I remember suffering from insomnia, from jet lag. And we was in the Marriott Hotel in downtown LA. I don't know if it's still there. Everything's changed because this was like 24 years ago, 23 years ago. I remember standing with me Discman, listening to the Roches' first album and watching the dawn go from darkness to light, and the traffic on the freeway snaking in to downtown LA, and that music playing, and it's just a memory that's stuck with me. So I always enjoy it. It's an album I always enjoy, and then it reminds me of having the. And again, I very rarely talk about luck. But I was lucky. Me and the missus were lucky to actually see the Roches live. Again, was it about 2005-ish? Maybe 2006, in London, Bloomsbury Theatre, and a very small, intimate gig. And we got tickets, again, sold out really quickly. And again, that was one of the few times ever played in the UK, and well, that's never going to happen again. So, yeah, I don't ever talk about luck. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm waxing lyrical, and you want to see product. The next one up is the story of the Blue. Now, this is a compilation. This, again, you used to see this in second-hand record stores for 99p. Spunky old, moth-eaten, cloth-eared copies, a bit ragged. And, normally this isn't something I'd buy, but because it's record store day, and I'm an idiot, I bought it. It's completely replicated, so you even get the, you even get like a booklet. I'm doing a really bad job of this. You get an 8-page booklet telling you the story of the band. But what you want to know about is the vinyls, because there's been a long line of Who Record Store Day issues, and this one again is coloured. So you've got a pink one, and we've got a. You got it? You've got a. Not quite a blue, it's almost a pastel blue. Normally the Who do kind of red, white and blue, or with the Quadrophenia soundtrack it was a anorak green. And listen to this, and it's an interesting compilation actually, though Quadrophenia's not represented at all. And but I think it's a good little compilation. Again, at the time it must have been good. And I noticed that there was a mix of I'm a Boy, which was not the mix I'm familiar with, which was, again, curious. But what's really interesting is on side 3, you have this, they use a whole side there to document Tommy, and they do a really good job. You can see the track listing there. You can see it's quite, and it's an interesting mix. You've also got some deep cuts like Boris the Spider, Run, 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 Heatwave, which again, just Run, Run, Run and Heatwave being on here is really a bit of an odd one. But The Seeker, again, that's a non-album track. And two of my favourites, Bargain and Squeezebox, which is just one of my favourites of theirs. And then side 4 is live from Leeds stuff. So I think it's a really good overview. I mean, I was dismissive of it, but if you was to get this, if you was a kid in the mid-70s, and I imagine this would have been, something you'd have got for Christmas or your birthday, I think it's a pretty good, overview of the Who at that time, apart from Quadrophenia not being represented, because I don't know if they had the rights for it. There's again, I think Entwistle said that they only had rights to certain things. So that's not one. Anyway, it sounds really good. I like it. I thought it was a good I don't mind a compilation. I know some people can be snobby about compilations, but I don't mind it. And the last one is Mike Oldfield's Hergis Ridge, the 1974 demo. And this is the first time on the vinyl. It's not coloured. There's no colour to it. It's just a standard black vinyl. Again, if you had the Hergis Ridge expanded edition from I think about 2010-ish, where is it? I've got it over here. If I get it off the shelf. Get away, you bugger. Oh, there's too much shit on this shelf. If you've got this, you've already got that because it's on here. It's on there somewhere. The demo's found here somewhere. So yeah, it's already been released, but that's the first time it's on vinyl. Now, what differentiates this from the last year's Record Store Day, which was the demo of Tubular Bells, which was again a bit rough. It's the magnum opus, the Opus 1. That was recorded, on various tape machines, at home. Whereas this, much more professional sounding. It sounds, it could have been released even back then. The demo is really good, and it provides an alternate version of that album. And it sounds, Vinyl, mwah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. If you got this, you don't need that. You're only collecting that for the artwork, you know, because it is new artwork. I don't know if you Daryl Eastley, who's somebody whose name pops up. I think he was responsible for these reissues. He was the man behind these, which have stopped. They stopped at the soundtrack. Was it Killing Field's soundtrack? We didn't get any more after that, unfortunately. But yeah, you're buying it effectively for this new artwork, which it kind of replicates this. They've dumped the old artwork with bootleg the dog on the back, and you've got this instead. But it sounds really good, and I really enjoyed it, and it gives a nice alternate take on the Hergis Ridge album. So again, if you like it black and 12 inches long, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it, and who doesn't like it when it's black and 12 inches long? That's yeah. It's what we say here. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was a little record store day look at things. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's it. I bought some stuff. I sold some stuff to buy some stuff. Made some room in the rack for the new stuff. And so the circle of life is complete. That's it. Thank you for watching. There's only one more thing I have to say, and that is ta-ta.